Hello, everyone. Welcome you all in our today's new session. Good morning to all the people who are joining on the Sunday morning. Happy Sunday. I will make sure that it will be a happy Sunday for you for this session. Good morning, Rajesh bhai. Good morning,
Good
Rishabh.
morning. Good
Good morning,
morning.
guys. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
The crowd audience is back with us.
Perfect. Guys, any feedback for yesterday's session? Anything you liked, anything you didn't like?
Please drop your points in chat box, guys. Whatever feedback was regarding the last class, please let us know.
So let's wait for another 2-3 minutes and then we will resume the webinar. Today, I'll start sharing my screen as of now. So guys, can you see the screen? And if you can see the screen, which screen is visible at your end?
Yeah, it's visible. Comparative difference between S versus C call.
Perfect. Good morning, Parth. VGM. It seems like Gen Z. So I think without wasting further more time, we have enough audience to start. And guys, welcome back. Welcome to the Sunday. And it's a very great honor to have you guys on Sunday because mostly people enjoy their Sunday while sitting on their couch, watching TV and enjoying their tea, chai, coffee. And nobody likes to study on Sunday, and even I don't like to teach on Sundays. But here I am. So my job is to explain everything what I have learned in my past 3 years. Uh, so guys, welcome back. This is your host, your mentor, your trainer, Rishabh Jain, and along with me we have Rajesh Bhai and my entire team of integrity. Good morning, guys, and let's start with what we have left tomorrow. Yesterday, not tomorrow. Yesterday, what we have left. We have already talked about form number 1065. Okay, correct. Wait a minute. So we have talked about form number 1065 as of yesterday. Today we will be talking about one more form. One more form. Why I'm saying one more form is because these are both one and the same kind of form. 1120S and 1120. Before we start, here are some cautions, or I can say something, a kind of a clarification from my end. Guys, first thing, in 60 minutes, nobody is going to become a master of any sort of forms. Okay, these are just the brief overview, where I'm just trying to make you familiar what kind of forms or what kind of things you might encounter in upcoming future, whether you are going to appear for your EA, whether you are appearing for your CPA, or whether you are currently in your text profiles, okay, or someone is trying to switch from your auditing, or if they are into management kind of thing, like let's for example MBAs, if they are going to come into this industry, what things they are going to encounter. I am just giving an overview, because sometimes what happens, if we have a taste, we have an idea what we are going to see in our future, we are well prepared, and we are enough confident that yes, we can grow into it, we can make career out of it. So this is these webinars, I'm not saying lectures, I'm not saying these are some kind of training sessions, these are not any kind of workshops, these are just webinar to create awareness for the mass people across India, across every single state who wants to come and join into US taxation. So please mark my words, these are just a overview. You are not going to get any kind of in-depth conceptual clearance in these webinars, or what we have talked yesterday, or what we are going to talk tomorrow today. Second thing I want to add one thing. uh in month of March, or maybe in month of April, we are going to come with our classes for the EA classes, and there I will be giving you in-depth conceptual clarity about every single law, every single form which we are reading as of now, which I'm currently showing in front of you. Let me show it in front of you. So these forms, let's say for example 1120S, and this is 1120, and yesterday we have already covered about 1065. Okay, so these every single detail will be covered in our classes, which we are going to conduct in the month of March or April. We are going to decide the dates, is because the busy season is going on as of now, so we are a little bit occupied. Honestly, I'm little very much occupied, but please make sure these are just the overview. Even if you don't understand, as I've already mentioned yesterday, even if you do not understand anything, I will make it sure whenever you join our classes, whenever I am teaching or Rajesh is teaching you, you will get 100% conceptual clearance. And this is one more thing. Apart from all the teachers, all the faculties, all the lecturers in the market who are giving you the guidance, I will make it sure that with my experience, with my practical exposure that I am giving or I have learned, I'll be going to showcast in these video lectures or in my training sessions. And second thing, these are just the overview. When I say overview, I'm not going to teach you how a software works. Okay, for that, if you want to learn about the softwares, as I have already mentioned yesterday, we might conduct another session, for which we are, I mean, talking with the management, that if possible and if we get the approvals from the US, and I can show you the details of a particular client, because in terms of legal point of view, we are not allowed to share any ounce of information related to our client on a public platform. So I am restricted, and I cannot show you how a software works, how we input certain kind of numbers, or the income or expenses, or any sort of details into a software. Okay, currently I'm just showing you how an output will look like. Okay, when I say output would look like, there was a if you are going to enter certain kind of information in the software, once that information is being pulled or is being populated into the software, then how that output is going to look like, currently we are discussing about that output. These forms are actual output, these forms are the actual thing, actual actual returns that we are going to file with the IRS. So currently my entire team's focus is on the output that you guys should know, the output that is the main crux of any return. So in future, maybe after a couple of months or time we get the approvals, we might conduct another workshop where we can teach you how to input certain kind of information, but due to legal formalities, legal point of view, we are unable to give you a inside for the software. And when I am saying inside a legal point, there is a section by the name. Okay, there is a section by the name 72 to 60. Now, if you can go and Google it, what exactly is 70 to 16 is, there you will find out why it is impossible or why it is so much difficult to outsource any kind of work from USA. First thing. Second thing, why it is difficult for me to showcase you insights or the information or the crucial information of our client. So this particular section restricts me to showcase you anything. And if anything goes out in the market, if any person sees out that I have shared certain crucial information of my client, of my live client, then my license can be taken away. So these are very, very, very crucial things when you are into this journey. The terminology that I have used, that my license can be taken away, these kind of information that I am going to provide in part 3 of EA. Okay, so there are certain things that what are the do's for a CPA or an EA, what are the don'ts for a CPA and EA. So I hope I have given you a brief caution things that what these video lectures or these webinars are not covering. Okay, with that, guys, welcome back. Please go get your chai, coffee, and tea, and we are going to dive in deep in form number 1120 and 1120S. Before we start, how many of you are aware of these two forms? Please write yes, those who are aware. Please write no, who are completely unaware. Guys, where's your energy? I can see only one person writing the message. Yes, here we go. Kashyap said no, Ruchika said no, Sagar said no. No idea, Vinay. Even I don't have any idea when I started this journey. Okay, cool. What about others? We have around 18 people in our webinar. Even Rajesh bhai can write it down if you if you are not having any knowledge. Perfect. We are getting answers. So, guys, good morning. Wake up. It's time for next 60 to 65 minutes. I'm going to eat your head, not hand, your head. I guess it's a promise day and non-promise day. I'm going to promise you one thing, that your life, your journey will be beautiful if once you have cleared your CPA or EA examination, whichever course or degree you choose in your career or in your life. And this is a promise from another CPA to you, to the future CPAs, that your life, or CPAs, EAs, that in life you are going to grow, you are going to reach on the top of the ladders. This is a promise from your mentor, your trainer, Rishabh Jain. And let's begin with the form 10, 1120S and 1120. The major difference between form 1120 and 1120S is nothing more. 1120 takes certain powers from 1065 and certain powers from 1120. So what I'm trying to say is that if you remember yesterday's session, we have talked about a form Schedule K, and we have talked about Schedule K1. 1128 takes the power of Schedule K. Similar to yesterday, those who are the shareholders of firm, or those who are the shareholders of an S corporation, okay, these people do not have to pay any taxes. When I say these people, it means those corporations, those S corps are not going to pay any taxes at the corporate level. Now, similar to yesterday, even a partnership firm is not going to pay taxes at the partnership level. The person who are the partners in a partnership firm and the persons who are the shareholder of a S corp, they are going to pay the taxes at their respective shareholding. Let me give you one example. So if you remember yesterday, not yesterday, let's talk about today. Supposingly your firm has incurred, sorry, my bad, if your corporation has earned an income of $100,000, okay, and you have paid a salary of 50,000. Perfect. Now, what is going to happen? This salary again going into your form 1040. It will sit into form number 1040 at the salary part. And this $100,000 as the part, let's say for example, there are two shareholders and everyone is getting a 50,000 share equally. This is basically the profit. Okay. Now, at this profit, my profit, let's see, I am the shareholder along with Nitisha is my shareholder. So what two things I'm getting from that corporation? I'm getting salary of 50,000. What another thing I'm going to get? I'm getting a profit of 50,000 as per my tax slab. Okay, as per my tax slab, I'll be paying a tax at 50,000. Whereas on the salary part, just like in India, we have a TDS. Similarly to that, in USA, we have self-employment tax at which we are going to pay at the rate of 15.3%. I have already mentioned it over here, but don't worry. These kind of details are very crucial information for a firm. Okay, even if you don't understand, no issues. Currently, I'm giving you a idea what is the difference between form 1120 and 1120s. This is just a basic idea about these forms. To be very honest, maybe you won't understand, maybe you would understand, so it's okay. I will say, and one more time, it is perfectly fine if you do not understand as of now. This is just for the informational purpose. This is just for the creating awareness about these forms. And on this 50,000, I'll be paying a self-employment tax. This is another some kind of TDS. For as of now, you just remember it as a TDS. And let's say, for example, I'll be paying a TDS of around 7,650. Perfect. And on this, I'll be paying around 24,000 of tax at the corporate level. So how much are taxes I'm going to pay? It is $31,000. Nearby $31,000 I'm going to pay at an individual level. So if I am a shareholder, if in a S corp, I'll be getting a profit, I'll be getting a salary. And on both of these, I'll be paying the taxes at my respective level. Whereas in C corp, corporates are going to pay taxes at, so this is my profit. Okay, corporate, the C corporation is going to pay tax at the rate 21%, and whatever remaining balance that I am going to get at the corporate level will be distributed. How it is going to be distributed? It is going to be distributed in the forms of dividend. And again, this dividend, when it comes to my plate, in an individual's plate, I'll be paying taxes on that dividend again. So in short, very simple, very easy. When it is a corporate taxation, when it is a corporate level return, the person is going to pay taxes 2 times, which is also called as double taxation. Whereas in S corp, a person is going to pay taxes at a single level, that is at the individual level. Over here, corporate is going to pay the taxes. Over here, at the individual level, also I'm going to pay the taxes. Already this thing has been taxed at 21%. Now, if my slab rate is around 15%, then again I have to pay taxes at 15% on this $79,000. So the basic difference is from the taxation point is how the profits are going to be taxed, and that is why people choose or people opt S corp or C corp. Now one more thing. Let me add one more thing, guys. Please note, this is not the only reason why people choose or why people opt for C corp or S corp. There are multiple reasons. Uh, Not just if you are thinking from the corporate or the taxation point, this is not true. Just because these corporations have other benefits in terms of loan, in terms of manpower, in terms of shareholding capacity. One major drawback of S corp is that there should be 100 resident US citizens, then only you can form a S corp, whereas there is no such restriction when you are forming a corporation. So these are the basic overview, basic general difference. The major key difference is on the taxation point, how a C corp is being taxed and how a S corp is being taxed. Now again, one more thing I would like to add. Okay, let me show it to you. Let me show it to you. So this is basically your 1120s. Just like yesterday, there is no difference in any sort of forms. Have a look. Have a look. What was what we have learned yesterday? We have learned about the section or the segment that is called as income. In this form 1120s, we are going to learn about, or we will be including those line items which are specifically related with our income. Now let me take back to you form number 1065. Guys, load. See, guys, same thing, same thing. 1120 and 1120s is same. Sorry, 1065 and 1120s are same. The first segment talks about what? Income. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let's see what's there in 1120. Oh my God, what is this? Even over here, we have an income section. One and the same thing. There's no difference. Hold on, guys. There's one more beauty about this form. See this particular area, what this thing talks about, this segment, this area talks about the information related to a firm. What is your address? What is your name? What is your service line? What is your product code? When you have started your business, what is your employer identification number? This is something else, no worries, ignore it as of now. Okay, sir, we have seen this thing yesterday as well. Okay, let's check out yesterday's form, where it is. Oh, same thing. Name of partnership firm. Over there we have name of corporation, address, ENI, date when we started the business, business activity, principles, sorry, business product or services in which we are dealing with. Every single thing is same, just the name of the firm has changed. So if you have learned one single form in your journey, I'm giving you a practical example. When I started learning about my first written that was provided to me, or that was handed over to me, was 1065. Okay, though I have the bookish knowledge when I started this taxation part, I did not knew that whatever I'm going to learn in 1065, I will be replicating exactly same thing in 1120s and 1120. Let me show you form number 1120. See 1120. Again the same thing, just the naming convention has changed. Uh, Sorry, my bad. I have included the same form. No worries, no worries. I'll bring you the actual form. Form 1120. Guys, see, it's in front of your screen. I haven't added it. I just downloaded from the internet. And the first segment, let me see. In the first segment, what you are going to check out, you are going to see only few things. That is the name of the firm, the identity of the firm, and the second segment talks about the income. Guys, please put on your message box what will be the second segment of form number 1065, 1120, and 1120s. I have just shown you in front of your screen there. The second segment talks about the deduction for form number 1120. From your guesswork, what will be the second segment of 1120s? इतना चिल्लाने के बाद में भी कोई रिप्लाई नहीं. आहा, दर्द हुआ. Guys, did you understood what I'm trying to say? Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes.
Chalo. Maybe everyone is enjoying their Sunday. I'll repeat my question. I'll repeat my question. If you can see the screen on 1120, the first segment I have shown you is the information related to the company. The second segment talks about the income. The third segment talks about the deduction. My question is to you is that on form number 1120s, what you are going to see on the third segment? Come on, guys. Even wrong answers are entertained. Don't worry. No worries. I'll show it to you. Yeah, here we go. Sagar, you are on the right track. So on the second segment of form number 1120S is again the deduction. Now see the similarities in all the three forms. In form number 1065, what you are going to observe. Oh my God, you see there is also deduction segment written over there. On line number 9, we have salaries. Let's see what's there on 1120S. On line number 8, we have again salaries. Perfect, perfect. We are going on the same track. Let's see what's there on 1120. On line number 13, you will see salaries. So the conclusion that I'm going to draw for you today and for the rest of your life, if someone is going to enter into US taxation and they are going to enter into corporate part, all the three forms are almost same. When I said almost, I won't say 100%. I'm going to say a word almost. The 60 to 70% of these three forms are same. The only difference in 1120 that you are going to see, and you guys are going to tell me the difference. Okay, I'm going to scroll you. I'm going to rotate around, revolve you around the form number 1120S. Okay, guys, watch over there. So we have the income section. This particular section talks about the signing powers. So who is the paid preparer? Basically, I am going to prepare this return, and over here I have to sign. I have to give my name, the name. This is basically my name, Rishabh Jain. This is my signature. Okay, the date when I signed the file. If I'm working with the firm, I will write the name of the firm. If I have opened my own firm, I'll write the name of my firm and the address. So these kind of information I'm going to input in the below details of the form 1120S, and this is the same exact replica in various other forms. Okay, now there are two key differences I'm going to ask you. Please have a look at this particular part. This is your form number 1120S. Okay, what you are going to see. Okay, just a second. Okay, this is your form number 1120S, and this is your form number 1120. Oh. What is the key difference over here? Did you observe anything? Anything, any guesses, any guesswork, anything is fine. चलो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, I'm here. So the major key difference in form number 1120 and 1120S is the tax payment. What you are currently seeing on the screen is the actual taxes that a corporation is going to pay straight away to the IRS, whereas in 1120S there is nothing. There is no payments, or no tax payments, or no tax liabilities that are being generated at corporate level, just because every single penny of tax is being paid by the individual himself. So the difference over here is that whatever income, that is net income or loss, net income or profit or loss that is being generated, this is not being taxed at the corporate level, whereas in form number 1120 it is being taxed at the corporate level. This is the major key difference in these two sections. Now let me show you one more thing. Schedule C. Okay, just have a look on Schedule C. What exactly it is showing? This is giving you information about the dividends. What are the dividends, how it is being taxed, what are the different sort of percentage that is visible to you on the screen is of no use as of now. My dear friends, do not focus on the detailing of the percentage given over here. Just have a look on the form. Okay, now moving towards the form number 1120S, did you see any kind of Schedule C over here? I don't think so. So this was the thing that I was showing you. This was the thing that I was pinpointing, that almost these three returns are same. There is only few differences that can be identified in form number 1120S, 1120, and 1065. The one of the major difference is that C corporations, they provide some sort of dividend to their shareholders, whereas in S corp there is nothing like Schedule C for dividends. So straight away then you will find what Schedule B. Moving towards the form number 1120. Let's scroll down. What we see, what we are going to see, the tax computation part, the tax payment part. As I've already mentioned, that corporations have to bear their taxes, so they have to give details. Now whether you have the paid the excess taxes in last year, whether there are some kind of tax credits provided to you, whether there are some kind sort of refunds in the current year, every single thing will be observed or will be identified in corporate returns. Okay. C, Schedule K, other information. Schedule B, other information. Again, same. Again, same. See, what's there? We have talked about 4A in 1065. In 1120s, we are seeing 4A. Again, talking about the partnership. Sorry, not the part. Shareholders, shareholding in other firms, in different firms. Let's see what's there on 1120. Oh my God, 5A's. Again talks about the one and the same thing. So I'll hold over here. I'll pause over here. Now, guys, whatever I have shown you, I'm just showing you. I'm not going into the details. I'm telling you one more time. Did you find the similarities in these three forms? If you find any sort of similarities, please write it in the chat box. If you do not find any kind of similarities, please write in the chat box. If you do not understand any point, write in the chat box. I'm going to answer you. ओवरडोज हो रहा है आज ऐसा लग रहा है. What is the thing that you are not understanding? What is the point where you want to see or you want more clarity? Only schedule name is different. Exactly, Vinay. 60% of the things in these three forms are same. Only the difference is between certain additional forms, certain additional requirements that are being attached on the forms. If you remember, as I have just showing you on the screen, Schedule C, we do not find Schedule C in the partnership. We do not find Schedule C in 1120S S corporations, but we find Schedule C for the dividend. Okay, for the dividend in 1120. This is the difference. We do not find any kind of tax payment, tax liability, refund, or tax credit sort of things in 1065 and 1120S, whereas these kind of things are being observed where at Schedule J and part 1 and part 2. These two parts talk about the computation. There is no difference in the forms. Then what is the requirement for the different forms? Now, this is something unique. Nobody has asked me anything like this. How I'll address this thing? Mukesh, one thing, a unique point of view I would like to ask from your end. Do you wear jeans? Yes, Rajesh, you can carry on. You can please let.
I just wanted to know, I'm also, I don't have very much knowledge about the business returns. So I just wanted to know, Schedule J is generated because they are tax-paying entity. That's why the Schedule J is generated.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
And also, at least go a little above.
Sure.
Yeah. And this Schedule C is generated because dividend is paying. That's why.
Exactly. If we are,
Okay.
if corporates do not have, I'll show you one more form as of. Sorry, I'll show you one form. But before that, let me ask Mukesh one thing. If all the three forms are same, why we have different sort of forms? Do you wear jeans? I wear jeans. I have three different sort of jeans. One jeans is skinny. Another form of jeans is because I like regular fits, and another one is the bell bottom type of jeans. So the thing is that if we are going to fit every single thing in a one single form, it will get messy. Okay, it will get messy, it will get ugly, and IRS would not be able to fetch information from for the different sort of corporation, different sort of partnership from a single form. Let me tell you one thing. If there is a plate that is being served to you, you have a rice bowl, you have dal, you have chawal, you have biryani, you have jalebi, you have gulab jamun, you have pina colada, you have a coffee on that table, you have a Mexican cheese chili rice, you have pizza, you have burger on a single plate, but you want to eat only rice. Would it be messy or not? And that is the reason I'm giving you not a logical example or not a logical explanation, just a feeling, a hunch type of thing. I'm telling you that people have to segregate depending upon their requirements. Now coming back to Rajeshji's question, in yesterday I haven't shown you one thing. So if you can, let's scroll down to schedule KP. In 1120 S and in 1065 we have schedule K. Schedule K again a cake. From there we are going to pull out our incomes depending upon their percentage holding. And my dear friends, this is your schedule K1. This is where the partners or the shareholders information related to their shareholding will be included. So let's say for example, if a person is holding 10% of share in S Corp or in a partnership, and the entire profit of the firm is $100,000, how much of ordinary income or ordinary business income will be included? This will be 10,000. Okay, supposingly, let's say the firm has a profit or has a capital gain of $50,000. The entire firm has a capital gain of 50,000. How much of capital gain will be included? Let's say, for example, it's a short-term capital gain. It will be included over here. The only percentage of 5,000 will be included over here. Let's say, for example, I am being a guaranteed. The firm has given me guaranteed, whether it's a loss or whether it's a profit. You are Rishabh, just because you are a hardworking person, we are going to pay you $10,000 as a guaranteed payment for your services. No other person is going to get this $10,000. So whatever incomes that are being generated for specifically for me will be included in Schedule K. But in 1120, this thing is not being generated. And that is the reason corporates indulge in giving you dividends. You means who? Means the share holders. So Rajeshji, did you understood or not? And my beloved audience, did you understood or not? Is there any other question you want to ask me? Mukesh, do you have any other question that you like to ask me, where you want some unique replies from my end?
Yeah, it's clear from my side.
How about others? I want to know about Schedule C, Schedule J are the only part of 1120. Okay, let me show it to you. These are not the only part. There are some other parts as well. Okay. So see, these are this is not over here. Over here. Okay. These are the Schedule C. Then we have Schedule J, where it is specifically talks about your tax calculation part. Then we have Schedule K, similar in all these three forms, just the lining and additional information that is being required that are being included. So if you can observe over here, the business activity code, business activity and product services are classified like this, whereas in different other forms, where it is over here, so it is being classified like this. This is your 1120s, and in your 1065, in your 1065 it is being mentioned somewhere like this over here. Okay, wait a minute, where it is, 1120, perfect. Moving, so 1120 has more information that is being required, that is being asked from the IRS, that a corporation has to include. Because see, corporations, the corporation, when I say corporation, Meta is a corporation. Meta files 1120. Who is Meta? Facebook. Uh, let's say for example Tesla. Tesla is a corporation. They file 1120. Okay. Let me give you one more example, which is the Microsoft. Even Microsoft and Google, they file form 1120. Now someone might think, yeah, these are the huge giant companies. In order to get tax benefits, why didn't they switch to 1120s? They can switch, but there was one restriction, that all the shareholders or the shareholding in a S corp should be 100% resident of USA, wherein all the three examples that I have given you, they do not have a holding or a shareholders that is from the USA. Let's say for example 60% of the board of directors as well as the shareholders are from the USA. The rest 40% may be from Russia, maybe from Thailand, maybe from Bangkok, who knows. So that is the reason, uh, that is the major reason for the 1120 and 1120s. Then we have schedule L, and then we have schedule M and M2. Practically, how much data do we need to fill in the forms like in real work? Honestly, I'm giving you an honest opinion. These many details are not being required. Let me tell you one thing. So what happens that a client that comes to me, okay, if it's a first year client, we have to do a lot of working. We have to set every single information. Let me show it to you, because I need to do some doodlings. So currently I have a client that is a fresh client for my organization. Fresh client. Okay, there are two sort of clients: fresh client for my organization and freshly started their business in the year 2023. Okay, I'm talking about fresh client for my organization. So what I have to do, I have to take all the cosmetic information from the client. I have to ask these many details from him. Okay, see, numbers and deduction, he will be going to provide me balance sheet, he will be going to provide me P&L, he will be going to provide me general ledger, he will be going to provide me trial balance, he will be going to provide me W2 is basically your form 16 in India. ओके, फॉर्म 16 तो आई गेस आप सभी को पता होगा. डोंट वरी अबाउट W2, नाम चेंज है, बट द फॉर्म 16, these all information will be provided by the client himself the day he signs an engagement letter with my firm. So these kind of information he is going to provide. But now, as Vinay has asked, what sort of information that is being required? If it's a first year client, see, the requirements are huge. ये सारी तो मुझे मंगानी है. Then I have to start going to ask him these many questions, up till here I have to ask him these many questions. This is for the form number 1120s. Now if it's a corporate, then see the information that I'm going to pull from it. I'm just scrolling down the page. See, look, have so I'll be dropping a mail to my client. Sir, can you please tell me, do you have any holding in another company? Sir, what is the business activity of your firm? Then there is the basic general question that we keep on asking. Sir, did you file form 1099? Don't go with the terminology that I'm speaking, but I have to ask some kind of thing. 1099 is another form. नो वरीज, कोई बात नहीं, हम एक्सप्लेन भी नहीं करने वाले अभी आपको. सी हाउ मेनी इंफॉर्मेशन दैट आई एम गोइंग टू आस्क हिम. Okay, but if this is my first year, second year, if I have utilized or spent around the 20 hours, next year I am going to ask him zero question regarding this thing. Why? Because I have already got all the required information from my client. Same ideology, same logic is being used on a fresh client or the client that has started his business in the current year. So these many information I'm going to ask from my client in the first year. I might spend 20 hours, I might spend 30 hours, but in the next year I have all those information. The software is going to roll forward all those information into next year, and my timing will be reduced. So Vinay, did you understood? Did you got a taste of um, real life? Means more money fees in the first year and subsequently um okay, I'll take this question in few minutes. uh these before that there, let me show it some more forms. Okay, thoda sa I'm going to overburden you today, thoda sa guys, thoda sa, please bear with me. There is, if you can see on the screen, you might see a form number 8825. 8825. Okay, if you remember one thing, I told you one thing, that on page number one of 1120s or 11 or 1065, we specifically talks about the income that is being generated from their operations. Now if your business owns a building and there from there you receive some sort of rental income, then that rental income is not associated with the business. That is your passive or portfolio income. For that you have to file another form, and that another form for the rental income is called as form number 8225. And if you notice, any information that is not related with your business is not going to showcast over here. Rather than it is going on schedule K, on schedule K, line number 2. Similarly on 1065, similarly, on 1065, you find this line item. And my dear friends, where it is? There you go. This is for your rental income. Rental real estate income and expenses are classified over here. When you file this kind of form, these forms are being filed when it is not your major income. This is your passive income, portfolio income, side key income. ओके, नाउ वन मोर थिंग, आज थोड़ा सा और बर्डन कर ही देते हैं यार, आज इतना हो ही गया है तो थोड़ा सा और टेस्ट चखा ही देते हैं आप लोगों को. ओके माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, शेड्यूल डी इज यूज्ड फॉर योर कैपिटल गेन. किसी का दिल धड़क रहा था शेड्यूल डी कैपिटल गेन के नाम से. शेड्यूल डी इज फाइल्ड व्हेन यू हैव अ कैपिटल गेन, बट दिस इज नॉट one form. There are 2 to 3 forms that are being attached with schedule D. I am going to show you the flow. How? Now this flow will be common in all the 3 forms, whether it is 1065, 1120 or 1120s. Okay. So let's say for example, this is your 1065. This is your 1120s. This is your 1120. Now, if you have some sort of capital gain, you are going to attach schedule D, but you have to segregate what sort of capital gain you are having. If you are having a capital gain from selling the securities, you have to file some other form. I'll show it to you. If you are having a capital gain by selling your assets of the company, you have disposed of the assets of the company, you have to file a different form. Okay, now there is another form which you are going to see. Let me show it to you. Form number 8949. What it talks about? It talks about sale and other disposition of capital assets. Form 4797, what it talks about? It talks about sale of business property. So depending upon the capital assets that you are selling, you have to put all the details over here. If it is related with your business property, you have to mention it over here. If it is a capital asset, then you have to mention it over here. My dear friends, do not go into details. I am requesting you one more time. I'm saying you very, very humbly, please do not go into details. You might get confused, you might get anxious, but this is just a idea, an overview where I'm going to show it to you. Now, whether you are filing form 4797, whether you are filing form number 8949, these information are going into your sit where schedule D. Here it is. Here you go. Here you go. You have your schedule D. This is where the information from the different forms are going to sit. Any sort of income, cost, or gain or loss are going to sit over here for all these forms. And from schedule D, we are going to where? From schedule D, let me identify where the place is gains and capital losses. It is not over here, it's on schedule K. It is over here, net loss and from 1065. And this is the common thing that you are going to see in 1120S as well. See. And this is common on 1120. Let me identify. Probably it's over on schedule K, capital gain. Let me identify it. Over here on schedule D. Can you see? I cannot scroll my cursor over here just because I haven't downloaded it. But on line number 8, you can see. So did you understood or not? I'm not going too much now. I have given you a taste of the forms that are essential, that are required in your practical life. Now coming back to Vinay's question, but before that, if any one of you have any kind of question, query, or any knowledge information that they require from my end, please let me know. Moving back to Vinay's question, yes, yes, my dear friends, we might charge additional in the first year and in second year or the subsequent years, depending upon our billable hours we charge to our clients. Now, please shoot me all your queries. I have given you the taste, the bitter taste of all the US taxation forms at corporate level. I would like to answer your queries. I would like to give you more insights about my knowledge. Please go forward and type your questions in the chat box or wherever you want to post. It all clear है या सब all clear है? Mukesh, trust me. See, I can answer you this thing, but my dear friends, these questions are from the not from this sort of webinar. These are the practical related questions or the lecture related question. And if I start answering you more generic questions, trust me, I won't be able to give you the idea, the logic for this particular webinar. I'm really sorry, Mukesh, for not going to answer you this thing because it's a generic question. I'm truly sorry for this thing. Maybe on the WhatsApp chat, I might answer you, but trust me, at this point of time, I am really sorry. It's not like that I do not know the answer. It's like I don't want to answer because we have the audience over here. that is more generic. They are from the audit background, they are from the MBA background, there are certain peoples from the CA intern, there are some peoples who are just going through their CA internship. And if I going, I today I have already bombarded these people with huge amount of forms, huge amount of knowledge from my perspective. If I'm going to sit over there, trust me, I would have logged out as of now. But to be very honest, you guys are awesome. You guys are willing to learn certain things to grow your career, and I'm truly grateful for your dedication. So really sorry for that, Mukesh. Can you please share some info on the study material, like reference text books, to get an idea about the course material? uh, Nidisha, can you shed some light on this particular point, like the material or something like that? I will do one thing. I'll do one thing. I have certain information that I have extracted from the Prometric Center, sorry,
Hmm.
Prometric website. Okay, that I'll share with the management, and the management is going to share with you people. In that you might get. Let me see. I have it or not.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
talking about answering to the Vinay's question,
Mhm.
some study material, reference textbook, and all these things, this will be shared in the detailed batch, which will be starting from May month of the EA. But if Vinay, you are asking about what Rishabh has taught and Rajesh Bhai has taught, then the PPT Rishabh and Rajesh Bhai, which you are having, that you can share in the group itself. But Rishabh has only shared this form only. So,
Right.
which study material you are
I,
asking?
Let me help him. Give me a minute, Vinay. Let me see if I can fetch those kind of information or not. Give me a minute. I do have certain thing to quench your thirst. Okay, so this is basically the guidelines for the part one of EA. This is the basically the guidelines that has been given by the Prometric Center, the person or the I can say a department that hosts the examination. IRS is the one who formulates the EA examination, whereas there is a particular place that is called as Prometric Center that provides you the testing facilities. Now, these are the guidance I can say. Uh, in short, I will say a simple line. This is the word of mouth from the IRS itself, that what things that are going to be covered in your part one, part two, and part three for the EA examination. IRS has given you the study material. I'm giving you the headlines. Let me give you one example. So you can see taxpayer filing status, you can see qualified dependency, then you have the income part. In income part, we have the tax, salary and wages, then we have interest, then we have dividend, then we have constructive receipts of income, then we have basis of IRA is basically the pension of USA. Okay. Then what do I? Then we have properties, rental and personal. Um, Coming back to Mukesh. Mukesh, you will get your answer the day I start teaching about the property rental. So these are the information that I can share it with you. This is generally basically available on the website as well. If you go and type on the Google IRS EA module guidelines or something like that, you might find everything. So this is the adjusted income. Then we have the itemized deduction and everything. So my dear friends, Vinay, I might be able to answer your query. Mukesh, you can get your answer if you join my classes. Yes, I'm promoting myself as well. Okay, is there any way I can complete EA in minimum cost and strategy to reading and study? For cost, I would like Nidisha to answer. Rest, I'll take care of it.
Yeah. So in yesterday's feedback form, someone asked about the whether Integrity Academy will be providing EA coaching fees. Yeah, right. Sagar. So tenure of EA coaching would be around 3 to 4 months, or maybe 4 to 5 months, depending on some, like if some classes been missed. So max to max, I'm saying it will be around 4 to 5 months. Okay. Then someone also asked that whether Integrity Academy will be providing coaching for that, and what will be the fees. So answering to that question, Integrity Academy does provide EA coaching fees at a very, very nominal price, which we will be letting you know in most probably March month, right? And but this I can make sure that from all the competitors, our price, Integrity Academy's price is very, very low. And also, we are also launching CPA course in March or April month. So not only we provide EA coaching, but we will also be coming up with many new courses in future. So for that reason, just you can subscribe to YouTube channel, Integrities Academy YouTube channel, and you can follow the LinkedIn page. Every update you'll be getting over there. But yes, EA will be started most probably in May month, and the CPA also will get started in around March or April month. After that, we are also coming up with many new courses like CMA, CIA. These all further updates you'll get to know on our pages.
Okay.
Do you have any course to learn QuickBooks? Gauravdeep, I think Rishabh, you can answer this question.
Okay. So, first, let me clarify more in detail about what Mukesh is asking. Then I'll jump to Sagar question and then to Gurdeep. Guys, stay tuned. I'll be explaining you some additional details. In terms of cost, my dear friends, today at this point of time, if you guys are working and you are earning on your own and it is hard for you to take money from your parents, Integrity will be the best option for you. Why I am saying so, let me tell you one thing. See, for each paper of an EA, there are three papers: part 1, part 2, and part 3. The technically cost, the cost to appear in the examination ranges between 15 to 16,000 if you are not going to reschedule it. So I'm taking it in a very generic way. If you guys are appearing for the examination and you have cleared it and you are not going towards for the rescheduling, per paper cost will be around 15,000. I'm taking because it will be easier for me to calculate. So every single paper will be your how much it will be costing you 45,000. Now you have to take a PT registration, which is also around 3,000 rupees. 3,000. These all costs are in rupees. INR, bhaiya. Don't think about dollars. Okay. So how much cost you have to pay? This is the cost you 100% you have to pay to IRS and Prometric Center, which is 48,000 rupees. 48,000 आपकी जेब से जाएंगे ही जाएंगे फॉर एनी रीजन. इसमें आप कहीं पे भी कॉस्ट कटिंग नहीं कर सकते. नाउ द ब्यूटी विच आई along with my integrity team, we can provide you the best courses along with the minimum cost. If you go around in and search for the various options, there are many institutes that are providing this particular degree, but your costing will go directly from 48,000 to 1,25,000. There are certain institutes that provide coaching for EA at around 75,000. There are a coaching institute that provide you EA coaching in a range from 50 to 75,000. This is the bare minimum which every single institutes are asking. But at Integrity, you can do it at a cost of 50%. Am I right, Nitisha? Hi, Nitisha. Can you give me a feedback on this?
Sorry, Rishabh, I was not able to hear you.
No worries, no worries. So if someone goes outside Integrity and he wants to take a coaching from outside, what is the bare minimum cost? Is it in a range of 50 to 55, 50 to 75,000?
Yeah, right,
Right?
absolutely.
And
It's
15,
around, I don't think 50 is also there, but minimum is around 60 to,
60.
yeah, maximum can be anything.
Right. So let's take
Hmm.
around 60. So if you take this coaching, you have to incur 1,10,000. Whereas at integrity, we will be providing you at 50% cost. And in 50%, 48,000, nearby 48,000, you have to pay to the IRS itself. Remaining will be your coaching cost. See how much difference we are going to make. Now moving back to the Sagar's point, tenure, my dear friend, in within uh 6 to 9 months you might be able to clear your you would be able to go through the coaching, okay, and get prepared for your examination. But there is a small catch, a slight catch. Just because many people are entering into EA world, now the thing is that the EA world is being crowded in India. If you have seen in my first webinar, 85,000 EAs are currently working in India, and this number is growing for at a speed of 20% per year. So you might not get slots or the centers to appear for examination. You might have to wait for like 2 or 3 months. Okay, so just depending upon the availability for the examination, this range could change. This range could change. When this answer, I think Nitisha will be giving you. So let me finish up what I'm going to say. So coaching and your learning part will be ended in within a time span of 6 to 9 months, whereas I'm not sure about the slots or availability of when, because in India we are only having three centers. One of them is Bangalore, one of them is Hyderabad, and another one is in Gurgaon. And they do not have huge capacity to cater every single students who are enrolling for the EA examination, and all the slots are completely fully tightly packed. So this time spent could increase depending upon the availability. But coaching part and your self studies, buddy, your self studies can end up within 9 months. Did you understood or not? Good, Gaurav Deep, I'm really sorry. QuickBook learnings are currently not there. I know there is a particular course out there that provides you certification on the QuickBook, but currently we are not providing, but we are planning in upcoming future. But our complete focus is on two areas, which is the CPAs and EAs. Maybe in future we might launch this degree as well. Sorry, certification as well. But as of now, we are not into QuickBooks. Nidisha, can you please answer Vinay's question? Let me check out another point.
Yeah, sure. So, Vinay, actually, this was for EA 2023 batch, and now we are coming up with some scholarship programs. So, as per that, prices we will be revising from EA 2024 batch, which will be beginning from May month.
Okay, Mukesh, after clearing EA examination, then what are the opportunities included in getting job in USA? Please provide feedback. भैया आप शायद कल नहीं थे. I guess Vinay and Parth, these people have backed me up. One more thing I'll say in a comic way. Mukesh, भैया बाहर क्यों जाना है आपको? जब आप इंडिया में बैठ के डॉलर के रेट पे कमा सकते हो, तो आपको यूएसए जाना ही क्यों है? आपकी फ्रेंड्स, आपकी फैमिली, आपकी वाइफ, के पेरेंट्स, आपकी सारे मस्ती मजाक सब इंडिया के अंदर है, तो क्यों जाना? यू कैन सेलिब्रेट दिवाली ओवर हेयर, यू कैन सेलिब्रेट योर होली ओवर हेयर, एंड ट्रस्ट मी, वहां जाकर वहां पर एक सर्वे आई वाज गोइंग थ्रू, देयर वाज अ सर्वे दैट वाज गोइंग थ्रू, a fresher CPA, this was the thing that I have noticed. A fresher CPA, मतलब that is having 0 years of experience, and he is getting a salary of $60,000. बराबर है? Now calculate,
So
Mukesh.
sorry, my Wi-Fi got
Sorry,
disabled due to
no,
electricity.
no worries, no worries. Mukesh, take out your
Yeah, I think I
calculator.
was audible.
Yes, you were audible.
Yeah, okay.
Mukesh, take out your calculator. Now, if I say you $20,000 of salary you can get in India, and currently the dollar rate is around $80,000 as a fresher. See, ये एक rough number है, इतना नहीं मिलेगा, but still आपका 20,000 into 80 कितना हो जाता है भैया? 16 लाख का पैकेज मिल सकता है, बट ऐसा नहीं होता है। एज अ फ्रेशर थोड़ा कम ही जाएगा आपका ईए के हिसाब से, इससे तो बहुत कम ही होगा। आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू एन आइडिया। आप यूएसए जाकर $60 1000 कमाओगे एंड यू हैव टू पे अराउंड, मतलब कितना वीजा के लिए अप्लाई करना होगा, वीजा रिजेक्ट होगा, फैमिली फ्रेंड्स को जो छोड़ के आप अपनी सारी कंफर्ट्स को छोड़ के यूएसए में जाओगे, इज इट वर्दी इनफ? If I'm telling you, you can earn lot of money in dollars right down right here in India with all the comforts, with all your family, all your friends. Why to go to USA? Yes, Nitisha, please carry on.
Yeah, I was just having one thing to add as the electricity is not there and my laptop is about to get discharged. So I want to add one point for those who are planning to start their EA preparation from this or just next month itself and don't want to wait till May month, right? For them, we can offer just that you guys can directly purchase the course which we are having. In that, you will be getting all the recorded lectures, but live classes will not be there. That will be the thing. But yes, you can just buy our courses and start your EA preparation from those. And if you have any doubt, you can definitely ask you can mention on support@integrityacademy.com with our mail ID. So you can purchase our web courses and start preparing for your EA coaching from this month itself.
Thank you, Nitisha.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
Mukesh, I have answered you. Guys, if you have any other question, please let me know. If you do not have any questions, we can wind up this webinar. We can wrap it up. You guys can have your Sunday. I can have my Sunday. I can go out and enjoy. So please let me know if you have any other questions. And those who do not have the question, we can wrap up this thing. I guess I have given you a very great insight about US tax opportunities, US tax career, what things that you are going to witness in your upcoming years. I have touched every single point, every ounce of information that I have having. Probable time for live sessions. Uh, in from April. When it will be from April, we haven't scheduled it as of now, but from April we will be scheduling this thing. So early morning ही रहेगा. So if you do not have anything, we can wrap up this webinar. I hope I have given you insight. Gaurav, please type your message over in chat box. I'm on standby. Let me see if I can unmute you or not.
Also, we request everyone to share your feedback on this introductory session. We'll be meeting soon, and Mitinga will provide you the feedback form in the WhatsApp group itself. I hope everyone are connected on that WhatsApp group. You'll be getting feedback form over there, and kindly share your feedback from that.
Yes. Mitinga, can you see the chat box? Because most of the people are asking about the cost and the purchasing thing for the EA. Please have a look over there. Mukesh, what Mukesh was asking. Thank you for asking. Can we can we EA practice here in India? Mukesh, trust me, you can have this answer if you watch my first lecture, which we have already uploaded on lecture. Yeah, if you can go and view my first webinar, which we have already uploaded on YouTube, we will share you the link there. I've already talked about this thing because a person have already raised this kind of query that whether you can practice or not. In short, if you are having an experience and people in USA have trust on you, they can outsource their work to India. But depending upon 70 to 16 guidelines that I've already explained in the beginning of the webinar, you might be able to practice EA in India. What else? What else? Okay, thank you. I will watch. I have already given you an answer. Gaurav Deep, I have given you answer. Mukesh, I have. Can we connect on with? Can we connect with Rishabh and Yes, definitely. I'm there on LinkedIn. I have a beautiful picture posted on LinkedIn with my face only. You can easily address me out. Okay, so you can just scroll over there. Let me see if I can share my LinkedIn ID over there. Okay, thank you, Mithi. What else? What else? What else? Okay, Mukesh, did you understood what I was telling you? What how? Yes, you can practice in India as well. How much? But it's difficult. Okay, buddy, it's difficult. How? What else? So if you do not have any other question, we can wind up this session. Thank you so much, you guys being a great audience. You can connect me over LinkedIn. You can post me your queries on our WhatsApp group. You guys have your rest of your Sunday, and it has been a great time spending with you and giving replies to your queries, questions. Thank you so much. Let's meet in month of April, where I'll be giving you a great detail about our EA part 2 and part 3. Thank you so much. You've been a great audience. Let's meet in month of April. Bye. Take care, guys. Have a nice Sunday.